Ever get that feeling when you're trying to speak English?
Yeah.
Like your brain's doing this weird translation thing in the background.
Oh, for sure.
You know what I mean?
Definitely.
It's like you're trying to have a conversation, but there's this extra step in there,
Totally.
converting everything first.
Yeah.
So if that sounds familiar,
Mm-hmm.
well, you're in the right place, because today we're diving deep into how to think directly in English.
Exactly right.
No more mental gymnastics,
Never.
just straight up English thinking for more natural and fluent speaking.
Love it.
We've got some awesome ideas from our sources too.
Yeah.
So let's get this deep dive rolling.
Sounds good.
The first big thing that jumped out at us
Okay.
is this idea of actively trying to stop translating in your head.
Right.
Now, I know that might seem like a no-brainer,
Yeah.
but it's actually a huge shift in how you approach the language.
Totally agree.
If you're always going word for word from your native language to English, you're adding this extra layer of processing that just slows you down.
Oh, absolutely.
It's like you're running a marathon with a backpack full of rocks,
Huh. I like that analogy.
you know, it's
Yeah.
weighing you down.
Makes sense.
So what our sources suggest is
Yeah.
instead of translating every single word,
Okay.
you start learning English in chunks.
Chunks.
It's like full phrases
Gotcha.
and common expressions.
Interesting.
So for example,
Yeah.
instead of learning the word good and then the word morning separately,
All right.
you learn good morning as one whole unit,
Yeah.
like a little package of meaning.
That's interesting.
And another really important point they make
Okay.
is when you come across a new word in English,
Yeah.
try to connect it directly to its English meaning,
Directly.
not to the translation in your head.
I see.
So think about it like this.
Oh.
Instead of translating the word apple,
Right.
you picture an actual apple.
Okay.
You know, red, shiny, delicious.
Yeah.
That way you're building a direct link in your brain between the word and the concept
Makes sense.
without that translation detour.
I see.
It's like creating a shortcut
Yeah.
right to the meaning.
And that helps you think in English more naturally.
Exactly.
I got it.
All right, so moving on to our next strategy.
Okay.
This one's all about immersion,
Immersion.
surrounding yourself with the English language.
Like a bath?
Kind of,
Okay.
but more like living and breathing English.
Oh.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's not just about having English radio on in the background.
Right.
It's about actively engaging with the language.
Got it.
So things like
Yeah.
listening to podcasts.
Of course.
Like this one, hopefully,
Mhm.
watching movies and TV shows,
Mhm.
reading books, articles, websites,
Yeah.
anything and everything in English.
The more, the better. It's
Right.
like creating your own little English world.
Exactly.
Even if you're not in an English-speaking country.
Ex-
You're surrounding yourself with the sounds and the rhythms of the language.
And what's cool about this
What?
is that your brain starts to pick up on the patterns naturally.
Naturally.
You know, the way words go together, the
Yeah.
intonation, the common expressions,
Yeah.
like osmosis.
Interesting.
You're absorbing the language just by being exposed to it.
Makes sense.
And their sources have a great pro tip for this one, too.
Oh, a pro tip.
Yeah, they say you
Yeah.
should challenge yourself with content that's just slightly above your level.
Okay, so not too easy,
Right.
but not impossible.
Exactly.
Oh, I see.
You don't want to be completely lost,
Yeah.
but you also don't want to be bored.
Right.
It's like finding that sweet spot.
The Goldilocks zone.
Haha, yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I hit that.
Where you're learning and growing.
Pushing yourself just enough.
Exactly.
Interesting.
All right, now for our third tip.
Okay.
This one might feel a little weird at first,
Oh.
but trust me, it's worth it.
Oh, okay. I'm intrigued.
It's speaking out loud,
Out loud.
even when you're alone,
Talking to myself.
basically. Yeah.
Hmm.
I know it sounds strange,
It does a little.
but think about it.
Okay.
When you speak out loud,
Yeah.
you're making that connection between your thoughts and your spoken words.
Right.
You're training your mouth to say the things your brain is thinking.
Makes sense.
So the source material suggests doing things like
Like what?
describing your day as you go.
So just talking to myself about what I'm doing.
Yep.
Hmm.
Narrating your actions.
Okay.
Talking through your plans
Out loud.
out loud.
Got it.
Even having imaginary conversations in English.
Wow.
It might feel silly at first,
Yeah, I can imagine.
but the more you do it, the more natural it will become.
Like anything else,
Exactly.
practice makes perfect.
And don't worry about making mistakes.
Oh, that's good to hear.
That's part of the process.
Yeah.
Just keep talking, keep practicing, and you'll get there.
Okay, I can try that.
Awesome.
Yeah.
All right, on to our last strategy. This one is all about creating mental associations.
Mental associations.
It's a really powerful way to remember new words.
How so?
Well, instead of just memorizing a word and its definition,
Right.
you create a vivid picture or a strong feeling in your mind.
A picture.
Yeah.
Okay.
So for example,
Mm-hmm.
let's say you're learning the word happy.
Okay.
Instead of just repeating happy, happy, happy,
Yeah.
you think about a time when you felt truly happy.
Like a specific memory.
Exactly.
Gotcha.
Maybe it's a memory of a sunny day at the beach
Okay.
or a moment with loved ones.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever makes you feel that emotion,
I see.
and you link that feeling to the word happy.
Interesting.
That way, when you hear or see the word happy,
Yeah.
you automatically connect it to that positive feeling.
And that helps you remember it.
Exactly.
Wow.
And it works for all sorts of words. You
Really?
can use pictures, sounds, smells, anything that helps you create a strong association.
Fascinating.
It's like building your own mental dictionary, full of images and emotions.
I like it.
So, to recap our 4 key strategies for thinking in English.
Yes. Let's recap.
Number 1, ditch the translator in your head.
Okay.
Number 2, immerse yourself in the language.
Got it.
Number 3, speak out loud even when you're alone.
Mm-hmm.
And number 4, create those mental associations.
Yeah.
Simple, but powerful.
Definitely.
And remember, this is a journey.
Mm-hmm.
It takes time and effort.
Right.
So be patient with yourself. Celebrate the small wins and keep practicing.
Great advice.
And most importantly,
Yeah.
find what works best for you.
Exactly.
Everyone learns differently.
True.
So experiment and have fun with it.
I like that.
And with that said, here's a final thought to leave you with.
Okay.
Which of these 4 strategies do you think you could focus on more?
Good question.
Maybe you already do some of them,
Yeah.
but is there one you could really ramp up?
Right.
Or maybe one you haven't tried yet?
Interesting.
That's something to ponder.
It is.
So until next time, happy English thinking.
Thanks for the tips.
You got it.
See ya.